Good morning, Divine here. So I was sitting here thinking this morning about life and about my life, of course. And some recent events happened, not recent, within the past month or two, um, that made me speak out loud about some things that have happened in my life in the past couple of years. And I know people have their opinions, but I can only tell you my truths, you know. People may think that I am bitter or that I lost out on something or whatnot, and that is not the truth, not the case. And I'll say it to you like this because I feel like I'm rambling and not getting to the point. As a 46-year-old woman, I was in a relationship for 27 years. And there were ups and downs, like in all relationships. And I can't say that that my relationship was like just totally horrible, you know. I think my relationship was pretty good. To my standards, from seeing other people and seeing other people's relationships, I definitely think my relationship was a pretty good one. With that being said, people say, well, why are you not in your relationship anymore? And why did you do what you did? And, you know, there's always going to be opinions out there in the streets and things like that about what you did and what you did not do and whatnot. Hindsight 2020, do I think that my relationship could have been salvaged? Yes, I think it could have been. But these are the things that I realized. I have definitely, and I am a person that goes back to try to find out the why. Why did I do what I do? Or why did I do what I did? And what I realized is that I was in a place where I did everything. Not to say I didn't let my man be the leader of the house, but I did do everything. I was the person that made sure the bills were paid, made sure the house was clean, made sure the food was there, made sure your clothes were clean, made sure that the rearing of children was done, make sure that my son had everything that he needed from top to bottom, and my husband had everything that he needed top to bottom. Made sure that everyone else was able to go out and enjoy their life, make sure that everybody else was able to go out there and pursue their dreams. When you needed your papers written for your bachelor's and your master's degree, I wanted to make sure that you did good. So I wrote them all. Why? Because at the end of the day, in my mind, these degrees are going to benefit me also. What you do is going to benefit me, is going to benefit the household. So why not help out? Why not do what I thought I needed to do? And then at about year 42, I think it was about 41, 42 years old, I started saying to myself, who are you outside of this relationship, outside of this household? You know, one of the things my ex-husband always told me is, I cannot make you happy, you have to make yourself happy. Thank you for that. I just don't think he liked how I went out to make myself happy. And when I stopped and said, who are you outside of this relationship? What do you like to do and what do you want to do outside of this relationship? I didn't have an answer. That's crazy. That was crazy to me. It was shocking and it was scary because I knew things I liked to do, but I didn't know who I was outside of being a wife, a mother. I didn't know who I was outside of that. I did not have my own identity, and I could not put who I was into words. And so at that point, I started looking. Who am I? What am I? Where do I want to be? What do I want to do? What do I want to do outside of just being that person? And I had to think about myself in the terms of, am I just doing these things for self-gratification? Am I doing these things because I want to show other people in my life that I am always there for them, that I am always loyal? You know, am I getting gratification from doing things for others to make others feel good about themselves, or doing things for others does that make me feel good about myself? I don't know how to put that into words, but it was and it still is a lot of self-reflection, and I don't want to make this video long. I am going to break it down though, because it what I realized about myself was shocking, and then at the same time I also realized that even though I did not get into the same type of relationship, I got into another relationship and I started exhibiting the same types of behaviors with the next person, and that wasn't good. And so self-identifying and then changing, yeah, that was a big thing. But I'm not going to keep you long. I've already talked for 7 minutes. I said I'd start putting these videos out because I talk into my phone all the time, and it's just my own little diary, and maybe I can help someone else in the future. But I hope y'all are having a good day.